I don't care what nobody tells you. I want you to understand that your life as it is right now, I ain't talking about this life you want to live 5 years from now. I ain't talking about this life you want to live a year from now. I'm not even talking about the life you want to live a month from now, a week from now, not even a day from now. But your life as you know it, as you see it, as you have it, as you experience it, as you live it, your life is the sum total of your actions, your words, and your thoughts. So if I want to change my life, if you want to change your life in any area of your life, it begins by you making a decision to change your actions, your words, and your thoughts. So if you reverse engineer what I just said, everything begins with your thoughts. Your thoughts reflect your words. Your words reflect your actions. Your action results in your life. The Bible even says, as a man not lives, not acts, not speaks. The Bible says, as a man thinks, so is he. So we become the sum total of our thoughts, because the more we think about something, the more we talk on the thing we're thinking about. The more we talk on the thing we're thinking about, the more we take actions on the things we're talking about based on what we're thinking about. And over time, if I think about it enough and talk about it enough and act on it enough, my life will become what I done, what I talked, and what I thought. So you want to change your life financially. Change your actions. As simple as that. Stop using these lame excuses about why the white man, why the system, why the American government, why Republicans and Democrats. It's always somebody else who controls the narrative of your life, but you still take your own actions. You still speak your own words. You still think your same thoughts. I'm just saying though, we're going to take responsibility today and say, you know what? It don't matter who's in control, who's not in control. It doesn't matter who's pulling the strings or who's not pulling the strings. None of that matters. I'm going to take control of my life today. And the way I take control of my life today is I'm going to take control of my actions financially. You want to change your life physically. You want to be healthier. You want to be whole. You want to feel better physically. Guess what? You want to change your life physically? Change your freaking actions. Change your words. Change your thoughts. I want my relationship and my marriage to change. Okay. You want to change the life of your marriage? Change your actions in your marriage. Change your words. Change your thoughts. I want to change the way me and my children get along. I want to change how I do business. I want to change my career. I want to change my community. It doesn't matter. Any person, any place, or anything that's associated to your life that you want to change, guess what? Before you change that part of your life, change your actions in that part of your life. Start doing things that support the life you want to live in that area. Stop doing the things that don't support the life you want to live in that area. And guess what? You probably won't stop those actions if you don't stop the words. You won't stop the words if you don't stop the thoughts. So it's always better to reverse engineer any area of your life that you want to see change and start with your thoughts. I'm going to stop the stinking thinking when it comes to money. I'm going to stop the stinking thinking when it comes to my marriage, my children, my family, my relationships, my business, my career, my job, my boss, whatever those areas are. I got to start with my thoughts. And then once I get my thoughts under control, right? Because guess what? If your life is hell, and if you're living in a hell, it doesn't mean you can't think like you are in heaven. I tell people all the time, when you read the Bible in both the Old and New Testament, what you find out is a lot of the people who wrote the books of the Bible were incarcerated. They were in some type of slavery or servitude. They were in captivity, whether it was Babylonian captivity or some other monarchy captivity. Like, these people were not living like we live in the United States of America. They wasn't free. They didn't have the liberty and justice for all. They did not have the opportunity to do what they wanted to do, to say what they wanted to say, to live how they wanted to live. But guess what? Nobody could stop them from thinking. Nobody could stop them from dreaming. Nobody could stop them from believing, because their thoughts were not in prison. Their thoughts were not enslaved. Their thoughts were not in bondage. Their thoughts were not held captive. And so you got to free yourself up here. And as you change your thoughts, you start changing your words. You start talking like you're free. You start talking like you're rich. You start talking like you're healthy, because you're thinking rich. You're thinking free. You're thinking healthy. And over time, you're thinking and you're talking looks for another best friend called actions. And your actions are like, yeah, I can get with y'all because y'all thinking right and you're talking right. And it forces anybody out of your life who ain't thinking, talking, and acting the way you think and talking and acting. And over time, guess what happens? Thoughts, words, and actions create a life that you've always thought, talked, and acted on.